Good morning again, and thank you for your patience.
Good morning.
What a beautiful day it is. We have some beautiful scarves and blankets, so doesn't it make it a beautiful day? Yeah. My name is Sandra Chapman, and I'm the Chief Program Officer for Borough President Eric L. Adams. We started this program last October with most of you that are sitting here today, if not all of you. You all came out sometimes in inclement weather because you saw the vision of the cause. And that cause was for autism awareness. You sat every week and you crocheted squares. Some of you who couldn't make it dropped off your squares to Borough Hall. Then about a month ago, you started putting them together into the blankets and the scarves, and I want to thank you for all that you have done to make this day possible. We've got a couple of people that made the day possible, and I'll thank you guys later. But I want you to put your hands together to welcome the person who made this happen, our Borough President, Eric Adams.
Thank you. Thank you, and thank you, Sandra and Candace and the entire team, and some of the faces I see here. We really want to thank those of you who are part of the wraparound services that provide wraparound services and the support for children with special needs. Behind every child with special needs, there is a special parent. And there's a special group of people who understand that because a child has autism does not mean he or she does not want dignity and respect. And by taking your time out and come out and crocheting and creating these blankets in the beautiful colors that they represent, they're a reflection of your commitment and dedication. It is one square at a time, one crochet at a time, one spool of yarn at a time that is going to allow us to create the blanket that will cover these young people and as they move into adulthood. And we really cannot thank you enough, and you should give yourselves a hand. And we want to thank Cheryl, who really taught me how to crochet. I remember doing my first crochet. I can't wait until I get a hat, make myself a hat. And our great partners, My Time E, New York Families for Autistic Children, Brooklyn Autism Center, Gallup, NYC, Autism Speaks, and all the other providers, service providers and partners that have joined us on this important initiatives. These organizations are their voice for the family, and sometimes these families are in desperate need of someone speaking on their behalf, and they do it so loudly, and they are enthusiastic about fighting for our children with special needs. It has a personal conversation for those of us who are at Borough Hall. One of our own, Maritza Luendo, she has a child with special needs. And she is part of our overall initiative and agenda of moving this conversation forward. I'll be hosting a day of resources for parents and guardians of children with developmental and physical disabilities on May 21st to help. It's all about the continuation of getting information out, and our goal is to make sure that we do that here at Borough Hall. Autism is the general term that's used for the group of young people or family members with disorders of brain development. These disorders are characterized by difficulties in social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication, and repetitive behaviors. Autism statistics from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention identify around 1 in 68 Americans, children with autism. So this is an issue that cuts across all economic, ethnicity, It doesn't matter where you are in the country. It's an issue that we must come together and fight and find solutions. And so when we do things like this, when we find creative ways to bring awareness and bring attention, it allows us to ensure that the resources are sent throughout the entire city, particularly in the borough of Brooklyn, where we find it to be important. By using, yarn, it allows us to sit around together, create a creative items such as scarves and headbands, but it also allows us to have conversations. It allows us to talk about it. It allows us to speak with someone in our household. I don't know any family members who don't have at least someone with a child with some form of developmental disorder or developmental issue that we could come together around and unify around. Days of yesteryears, children with autism, we used to put them off in some room somewhere. There were periods of institutionalizing our young people, but now we're at a different place and a different time where it's about the more human interaction and affection and attention our young people receive. They develop, they understand that they can allow their creative spirits to come about. And that's why we have these children here with us today to state that we are dedicated here at Borough Hall to ensure that all of our children receive the necessary care, attention, and nurturing that they deserve. A child with autism does not shy away from being hugged and being embraced and being nurtured and being spoken to. And that's what we want to do. Compassion is a gift that keeps on giving, and we're going to continue to give that compassion here at Borough Hall. I want to turn it over to my Deputy Borough President, Diana Rayner, and then we will turn it back over to our great Chief Programming Officer who really put this together. Sandra, we can't thank you enough. But first, Diana, I want to just read off the proclamation that we have. Whereas on behalf of all Brooklynites, I salute Cheryl Whitaker for her commitment to ensure that the mission of autism awareness continues to provide resources and necessities in the borough of Brooklyn. I applaud her for her dedication in discharging the mission of the program to the families. I commend her exemplary leadership of the exceptional volunteers who contribute their time and energy to a program that helps individuals and families in this great borough, and I thank her for all that she has done to touch and improve the lives of many, helping to make our Brooklyn one Brooklyn. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I want to make a speech, don't leave yet.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want Mr. Adams, Miss Chapman, Miss Candace, come up front, please. Mr. Mike, come up front. Miss Lucinda, Pastor, come up front. Just stay right here for 1 second. Follow these rules.
Oh, Cheryl.
Mr. Adams, just hold that. Miss Candace, just hold that. Mr. Mike. Mr. Pastor. Miss Lucinda. Miss Chapman. Now, these are 3 rules.
Yes.
First rule is, I want you to rip it, and then I want you to throw the paper on the floor, and I want you to put them on, and then they're going to take pictures of you.
Okay.
Deputy, have your soft hands. Okay. Very nice. Very nice.
Very pretty, Cheryl. Very pretty.
That's the color, BP. That's the color this year. Great, great.
Wait a minute. Put your headband on. Put your scarf on. Put your scarf on, Mike.
Nice, Cheryl. Thank you.
Stop. Everybody ready?
Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes.
The table in front, so the back is smooth and the table.
Love it.
So pretty. I didn't know if you like hats though.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Cheryl another round of applause. This is your loving team at Borough Hall that, with Cheryl's help, love, and attention to this cause, made this day possible. We had well over 163 volunteers at any given moment throughout, how many months? 6 months? For 6 months. That is commitment for you. And you have become a piece to this puzzle as the autism awareness continues to grow. It is not an opinion, but a fact that autism affects more boys than girls. And we know that with love and attention to these individuals, we are able to show them the affection that they sometimes have difficulty receiving. We want to know that security is not for some, but for all. And these are the security blankets made with love, the security scarves and hats that we want to bring to each and every individual standing here with us. We want to be able to thank all the organizations and, most importantly, their healthcare takers. Because without you all lending your hand, your time, and your patience, most of all, to being able to care for every child, young and old, to be able to know that they have someone they can count on. It is precious, and you are one of a kind. You are guardian angels for each and every one of them. I thank everyone who participated with this 6-month cycle of love. Thank you for raising awareness on Autism Month, and let us continue to be one Brooklyn coming together in intergenerational activities. This goes to show you nothing stops Brooklyn from bringing people together under the leadership of our borough president, Eric L. Adams.
Thank you, Diana. Thank you. You know, Diana said it right. You ladies, you've been here day in and day out. We even had to tell you, please stay home when the weather was bad. So we really appreciate you. We really appreciate you. Recently, Borough President Adams launched 10,000 Concerned Citizens, and you are our first set of concerned citizens. So, I know you've been asking whether or not we will continue the program, and we said we will try because it depends on our sponsors. So I want to call up our sponsor this morning, Alana Astasio from WellCare. Please come and bring some brief greetings.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I just want to thank everyone here. Back in October, I got a phone call and said, you know, we have this program that we want to come up with for seniors to crochet blankets for autism children. And I said to myself, this is a great opportunity for us. We want to support the community in every way possible, and so I've been in communication with Sandra throughout these months, and it has been an amazing program. We've been present at each workshop, and we do see that the seniors do come out, they're interactive, they love to sew, and at some point, true what Sandra says, they didn't want to leave. So I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. It's a great program, and it's a pleasure for me to be here to see the outcome of what we were able to support. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alana. So some quick facts, you've heard some of them already about autism. 1 in 68 children, 1 in 42 boys will be diagnosed this year with an autism spectrum disorder. Autism is the fastest growing developmental disorder in the US. Autism costs the family $65,000 a year on average. Boys are 5 times more than likely than girls to have autism. And sadly, there's no known cause or cure for autism. But the love that we see that these children receive is more than enough for us to carry this program forward. There is someone here who came out with the crochet ladies every week. And I want to call her up to say some brief remarks. Lucina Clark from My Timing.
Good morning, everyone. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. It is so amazing to have the children here and the family. I am so grateful to have met Cheryl to be a part of this program, Sandra, Candice, and Michael. You all made us feel so welcome here at Borough Hall. Everyone wanted to be here. And doing this crocheting was so full of love, compassion, and empathy. And that's what we want to have in Brooklyn. As our board president said, One Brooklyn, this is what we really want to have. And I want to thank my timing ladies in the back there, stand up. We were here every Wednesday as well. The Lions Club, there are so many families and people who participated, so we know that our borough president and his staff really cares about people with disabilities, and especially our children with autism. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lucina. I want to give a special thank you to Valerie Woodford for coming out and bringing her son and families from her center. Maritza, thank you for bringing out Kingsborough Community College, and Diego. Thank you, Diego.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So that concludes our program for this morning. We're going to take a photo op. And so if the ladies will come forward, I guess we'll try to see how we can pack it in.
And let the fun begin.
Let the fun begin.
I know that you're going to give everybody a certificate of participation.
Yes. Ooh, yeah.
Yes, I love it, love it.
And so, you turn it off.
Sylvia.
As we gather to take the photo, we're going to give you awesome ladies who came every week a certificate of attendance, of appreciation. Thank you. And we will then, after the photo op, we're going to give out the scarves and the blankets to our children.
Let's organize.
That's so. We're gonna move that up. You're gonna get it, Joe?
Excuse me.